Hello everyone and welcome to the Bugle Breakdown. I'm Tyler Schimpff and I appreciate you joining us. As always, I'm joined by my partner in crime and our resident expert in all things, Camden Pao. Camden, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
Today we'll be breaking down the much talked about school-wide lunch change. Why did it happen? What did it set out to accomplish? Is it really delivering on all those things that it set out to do? Well, here we are to find out. Camden, what can you tell us about the recent lunch change?
Well, it was announced via Schoology on August 30th and was reported as a change that would help cut down the long lunch lines. However, when I talked to Ms. Marshad, she said that the reason was to give seniors a chance to go off campus for lunch as a main priority.
I see.
The pattern was at the beginning of the year where the vast majority of seniors have a late lunch was actually an accident by the planning system and was not an intentional slight on the graduating year. The switch was aimed to correct that.
I see. And I understand that there was a petition going around, a lot of the upperclassmen who were also trying to make this change. Did that have any effect on Admin's decision?
Not really. While it's true that the change was wanted by the upperclassmen, Ms. Marshad said she never even heard of the petition, nor was it mentioned by Ms. Marks. The administration was already working on these changes without the help of the petition, and Ms. Marshad said that generally, if the school hears something that the students are unhappy with, and it's within reason, they try to do it. It just takes time.
I see. That's comforting.
And I understand that you sit down with Paul Matthews, Director of Food Services, and asked him about the change in lunch lines. How was that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, about a week after the switch occurred, I sat down and talked to Mr. Matthews, who's the Director of Food Services, as well as Ms. McCoy, who's worked at the salad line and whose unofficial job title, according to Mr. Matthews, is Director of Awesomeness for the cafeteria staff,
Nice.
which is pretty great if you ask me. And I learned a lot of really interesting things about how the industrial kitchen area operates and how they view student lunches and everything like that. But the key takeaway from that conversation is that they're not noticing a change in the lunch lines. Essentially what happened is, just like how us students have particular rotation days that are worse than others, it's the same thing for the lunch staff. Whereas before, when early lunches could have been much worse, now it's flipped to late, and vice versa. So it didn't so much change the amount of wait time, so much as redistributed it around.
I see.
Alright, and that's going to do it for this week's Bugle Breakdown. As always, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Tyler Schimpff.
I'm Camden Pao.
And we'll see you on the next one.